Okay, guys, welcome to our meeting. Thank you for joining, and actually, thank you, Yuri, for updating the agenda as well. Let me actually share it. Always forgetting how to do this. Share screen. Yeah. Hope you guys see it.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah, let me actually also double check that the meeting is being recorded. Yeah, because yeah, we had that issue. So I just want to double check. Okay, cool. So yeah, agenda is like usual, right? We go through action items, talk about the upcoming preparation, discuss project roadmap, and then outstanding things you guys have added. Okay, so Kubernetes CRD plugin. This is something on Unity. You have chance to work on this.
Yeah, I can talk about it. I prepared the presentation for that. So let me share my screen, please. What?
Let's
Mm-hmm.
actually go through these, and
Okay.
then yeah, let's get to the presentation. Let's just like yeah, bear in mind.
Awesome.
And not forget about it. So yeah, ScoopCon organized one daily meeting to test. That's still me. I didn't do this, so good reminder. I'll take it out of the meeting. Revisit more than 2 cluster strategy support. Yuri?
Unfortunately, no progress on this. Well, I think last time Yuri mentioned that like for our Ruben it's solved, right? Because we support more than 2 clusters. It's not done for failover, so probably I will only comment on that issue that it's partially done. So.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we can focus on failover support really. So we know that round robin is good. It's already some statement.
Do we need to create a separate one for failover?
Eventually, yes.
Okay. Azure support. I think we're still chasing Munoz on the documentation.
Yeah, and what about external DNS fork?
So I actually
did we switch this to work?
Yeah, I forked this one, but I think I didn't update any CI/CD. So so let me update. Yeah. Okay, and implementation. I'm not sure, like if we can help them with something. Yeah, just maybe we can think. Yeah. So you can have this article there. So certain integration issue.
Yeah, so if I recall correctly, there was like a light and hard version of it. So one is like DNR has some engineering advanced solution, if I recall correctly, in progress, and one would be like a lighter version actually to create a counter blog post. And there is actually like the request for a blog post is also like currently in KGB Slack, so people are searching for like kind of end-to-end, more like user-friendly information on installation. So I think it would be nice if we would come up with something, but I understand the lack of resources. I'm like, I have this blog post plan like more than 1 year myself. So I'm not sure how to properly attack it. Maybe like we can draft something together asynchronously in separate Google Doc, drop some ideas what we should cover, and then like gradually form something.
Cool, cool. Yeah, makes sense to me. Okay, is it still like the tutorial? Is it still on Dinar or Easy, or yeah? Can we pick it up?
Yeah, from my side, I spent some time on it, quite a lot actually, but it was more the engineering part on the Dinar solution to make it deployable in Kubernetes. I've opened pull requests to his fork or to his like repo, and it's working. The challenge, Server Manager is a beast. It creates a lot of an additional CRDs, and currently it creates those challenges. So the cooperation with K8GB works, but Dinar actually told me that it shouldn't work. Like it said that it shouldn't react on those DNS endpoints CRDs of ours. It should be like separate project, and we should never separate, which is kind of puzzling for me. Because my impression was that we want to integrate it with Server Manager, so I guess we have misconception with Dinar how it should or what it should have actually. So it's hard to continue with this.
Let's maybe follow up on this. Let's create a doc and that's yeah, express our like views there and yeah, decide what's the way forward. Because one thing is exactly like heavyweight solution. Another way is how maybe to like just the tutorial how to deal with the topic. I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? Everybody wants the APIs and yeah, integration is certain features. So we should be able to answer that. Maybe even without doing some maybe solution. Okay, so ping info blogs for V2 release. I actually did it right before the meeting. Still no response from them. Like, I don't know. Not a problem of K8GB, but yeah, the problem for support for info blogs. So I'll try to find the way how to reach out info blogs from another site, and yeah, see if this is a part of the support package and how we can do this. I mean, okay, WRCRD plugin. I guess we yeah. So the presentation is ready. I think this is duplicate actually. So I'm just removing this one.
Well, there are like there were two presentations. One was regarding Vaidra Robin itself in the high concept, and the second presentation was the CRD plugin, the changes in it.
Then
So, but
the first one, and
yeah. The first one was already presented, and the second one comes soon.
Oh, because we have like both here covered.
Yeah.
Cloudflare support. Yeah, no progress here. Like, really. I think it's same thing with the Linode. Yeah, so I think we need to start some traction there from like after the forking of the external DNS. Okay, update project main page with the roadmap, ensure visibility to the community. Still on me, yeah, Kupa. Something maybe I can do together with some initial documentation. Usage of KGB without HDNS. Provide our view on the topic. I'm not sure. Probably we need to ask Dinar for that. Okay, I guess we're done with action items for now. Yeah, let's see. I'll keep on in a preparation. So probably this correlates to that security slam event as well. So it's part of the, yeah, thanks for actually signing us up, Yuri.
Sure. Can you click the link just to check the
Yeah,
dates?
sure.
Not CLO monitor, but the dates on the event first. So like what kind of deadlines, if any, we have until October 19. Okay, so it's pre-KubeCon.
Okay, so October 19th.
So yeah,
like
it's
the-
not so it's like 2 weeks, all right? 2
Mhm.
weeks to participate.
So
We
can
have a
you
chance?
briefly just, yeah, tell us.
So
Just
yeah,
for
so
us.
if you click on the CLO monitor now, so basically there is some CLO monitor, and I realized of its existence basically after this pink in a KGB Slack. It looks fancy, and
Oh, his
we
bomb.
apparently already at a very good level from security perspective. So so it evaluates different sections, but this one security slam is specifically on security, so like ignores the legal and the rest of the stuff of this report. So we need basically to score 100. Apparently we just need to satisfy these 3 points, and I didn't dive in much, but looks like this one is evaluated GitHub Actions, right? So we can look into what is that.
Mhm.
Then signed release looks interesting. Currently, on top of my head, I have no idea how to do it, but
Mhm.
anyway, looks reasonable. SBOM, it's something like
Yeah.
providing a list of artifacts, right, in some format, SPDX or whatever. I
Yeah,
don't
like
remember.
supply chain actually, yeah,
Yeah, related.
precautions. So yeah,
So I think, anyways, these suggestions look very
I think actually
useful for the project.
I think some of the stuff we are using actually can generate as well. I think some of the security checks, like the tools we've added, I think they might have capability to generate it out of the box. And other stuff seems like also like low-hanging fruit for me, like signed releases and token permissions. Yeah, looks
Yeah,
good.
but do you know how to sign releases? But anyway, check docs. If you click check docs, it should provide some suggestions.
Okay.
There was a great talk on KubeCon about it. I was watching that, and there are tools. There are like CLI tools for everything. I know. I think the tool for this is called Cosigner or something like that.
So SSL subprovenance file as well mentioned. I just put it in a doc. So
I'm just checking what. So we are using code 12. What else? I think it was also.
Code and Dependabot. I think it contributed to security. Yeah, analysis of Copilot.
Yeah, and what else we have? Just no, I think there was something from.
We have a GoSeg, but like I'm not sure if it contributes to compliance. But anyway.
And Trivy, I think we were thinking about Trivy. If not mistaken, yeah, let me just try to. Yeah, there was one part of the Oktoberfest. Okay, let's see if we can actually do this. Yeah, and right. Yeah, that's for continuous signing. I'm not sure about these. Okay, anyway, I think makes sense definitely. So let's
Yeah, let's make it like high prio as we have a 2 weeks deadline. I think it will be overall positive for the project and good visibility as well. Like if we hit some security slam, winning projects, you will definitely have some visibility. So.
To like that.
Yeah, you can just link the Xilo monitor right away. As it has also requires 3 points to comply.
Okay, I can. Yeah, who wants to try that one?
I will be definitely trying to solve it.
Okay. Send me as well. It's weird. We have to look for.
I don't know what is my Google handle.
Yeah, I mean it's not Google, but I think it should be GitHub. And yeah.
This is GitHub, yeah.
Okay, cool. So project roadmap. Let's yeah. So like in fact, let's probably skip it because we have some few demos from this whole and yeah, I think we've been skipping them for a long time. So I think yeah, I'm okay. Like, what about you guys?
Sorry, I didn't get the question.
Yeah, like going through the project roadmap, like brushing into the items, tickets might take some time. So I'd probably yeah, focus on the rest and then go through
Yeah, sure.
the chance.
And I think we did it the roadmap review last time, so nothing much changed from last.
So
meeting.
documentation improvements. What I'm talking about, I'm trying to reflect the discussion in the K8GB community channels, right, about the onboarding experience, right? That not everything is clear to people. I think it's not the first one, and I I think it's partially like in particular because of the way how we right now the website is constructed as a kind of simple blog-like, right, one. But I think we should start thinking about the proper documentation for the project, maybe separate website for that, so we can maybe under the same domain we can find it out how to work on that. But I was trying to find several like templates. And I think it should be a separate template so we can switch maybe just to work on the overall like design, but yeah, so we can have a intro page, keep it like this, but we also have extensive documentation, and it goes like exactly like from onboarding with search, yada yada. So I don't know what are your thoughts? So
So do you mean like a full documentation website revamp or separate documentation site? So what is the main idea?
Yeah, I just like have like this, for example. Yeah, just like out of mind, right? So
No,
we
so
have
separate in the doc site. Okay.
separate documentation, and there's obviously like some intro page, or like if you look at I don't know, crossplane, and we have documentation. It actually kind of integrated into the site, right? But like it's more structured. You can search. You can that's what I'm talking about. So you can easily orient there. While if we go to here, yeah, we have like several topics, but it's like kind of it's hard to navigate between them and see that where they are, how they're structured. So I think it was good for the beginning part. But yeah, I think it makes sense to structure the docs and present them as like with side navigation, as like proper documentation theme for them, separate one. That's kind of my my suggestion. So on Grafana dashboards,
Yeah,
by you.
I've added this point. I wanted to walk you through the PR I've done and how it works, and if possible, can I share my screen?
Please do.
I can't. It says host disabled participant screen sharing at the moment.
Let me check why. Participants security. Okay, hello. Sorry. I think it.
No worries.
Please try.
Still, it says you cannot start sharing the screen.
Maybe I should stop mine first.
Oh, it's yeah, exactly. Yeah, now now the message is different. Yeah, thanks. So I should be sharing right now. So I've created it's a draft PR, and so the issue was that we should add some generic dashboards for K8GB. So I explore the options and find out that there was a new contribution to KubeBuilder. It was a Google Summer of Code project that have added a thing to create those dashboards from a simple configuration in KubeBuilder. So this is a new plugin in KubeBuilder. It's called Grafana plugin. And the idea is that you can describe those metrics, like custom metrics, in some config files in YAML, and then it will create that ugly JSON for Grafana that can be imported in Grafana. So by default, it creates two dashboards, one for metrics related to controller runtime, because these are always the same. It's like the common denominator for all the operators that are created by KubeBuilder. And it actually creates two of those. One is for, and I think I've got screenshots in here. Yeah. So there are two dashboards. This is the controller resource metrics. This is this one. It shows the CPU usage and memory usage for pod that pertains to controller. Then the runtime metrics. This is this one. It says a lot of it shows a lot of information about, again, a pod, how many control loops were performed per second. There are some quantiles like how fast it was able to respond within like those quantiles is like median and 90 percentile and whatnot. And this is the hour one. The C1 is the one that was created by the plugin itself. Well, when I describe those metrics we want to expose in K8GB, this is the dashboard that was created. And this actually uses our metrics that was done by Michal. So we expose those metrics to Prometheus that are scraped by Prometheus, and this dashboard in Grafana shows them. And I actually have a PR to KubeBuilder itself, because the plugin was quite naive, and for instance, it wasn't able to support any units, any other units than seconds. So I think I've got, yes, it's still not merged. I've created PRTQ builder that adds support for those units, so one can describe if it's a matrix in bytes, in seconds, and whatnot. And for instance, if the matrix ends with _info, is displayed in this pretty table because it wasn't possible before. Before it was only the supported model was like the chart, the line chart. So it's still in a draft because those dashboards are not auto-imported in our Grafana that we deploy using in a makefile. So that's the last thing I want to add. Currently, these three JSONs are part of the PR, and you have to go to like dashboards and import them in the menu. But it's a really small thing to do. So that's what I want to show you. I think it's kind of done. I consider it as done. I mean, always like user have different needs, and this is the common minimum thing that can be visualized. These are, for instance, like the unhealthy endpoints. This is the unknown. I think these are the healthy ones, and there are like number of errors. And actually, in our case, number of errors is a counter. So in this case, it's a derivation of this counter, like there is a rate function in Grafana. So instead of like displaying those staircases going up, it's a monotonic function, right? Counter always increases. So it doesn't say anything. So you have a derivation like a rate. And if the rate is high, it means that the errors are increasing faster than normal in a way.
So accelerate. Cool. I think it's really interesting. So yeah, if we can scaffold, the necessary, environment for the user, so he doesn't have to, to carefully check the settings. Yeah, it's only better. Cool. Thank you.
One last thing, I wanted to show how the config is done for the dashboard. It should be here. Where is it? Dashboard. Yeah, this is the thing. It should be YAML. Oh, it is config YAML. So yeah, this is the config for the KubeBuilder plugin. So as you can see, there's always a name of the metric, then type, unit, and then the PromQL query that's evaluated in the graph. So as I was saying, that this is the rate of the counter, and we sum over all the names or namespace. Yeah, in the dashboard itself, on the very top, there is a drop box where you can select the name of the GSLB, and if you do so, it will. Where is it? Yeah, if you do so, it will aggregate those metrics over your GSLB or namespace, or this is the job that scrapes the metrics. So, yeah.
And is it possible to have like centralized one? I mean, that we aggregate across the zones, the regions, or is it like only per cluster, right? So
yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question. It's currently this is the custom metrics is only for one cluster, but in theory, if the Prometheus server is visible from the different cluster, it can feed the metrics to the common place. And I was also looking into this option because currently we deploy Prometheus server in each cluster, but normally, like you want to have like some kind of federation either.
Yeah, probably.
Those Prometheus,
yeah, maybe something like Thanos, right? And
exactly.
Yeah, proper federation and the storage.
It's more a deployment issue, like how do you want to deploy your observability stack. You can also have like Prometheus handled differently in totally different cluster or server, and scraping those, if there is a connectivity, you can scrape those endpoints.
Cool. Thank you.
Go into this.
Awesome. So I think we should be
totally
of time. So I think we have like just 5 minutes left. So I suggest like we stop that meeting and rejoin, and we continue the second part with Michal's presentation. if it's possible. Is it like
Great
this?
journey.
Cool.
Okay.
So we don't interrupt. Cool.
Yep.
Thank you. Cheers.